Hey everyone, so welcome back to my home and welcome back to my channel. I have finally been able to do two things that I've been wanting to do. One has been for months and one has been for a couple of weeks. The one for months is I've been able to clean out my deep freeze, which is just a small one. It's not very big. I have it up on a table in my kitchen so I can stock up on things. The problem is it was so overloaded, which you saw in the beginning with ice, that it was making everything icy in it. I finally got to the point where anything that was vegetable related or meat related could fit in my freezer above my refrigerator, and then my frozen chicken stock and soups that I made were a block of ice. We put them in a cooler with chunkas, those little chunky blue things you put in a cooler, ice, whatever you call them. Did that overnight. They stayed frozen solid. My husband wiped it out and cleaned it out and all that good stuff, and then we put those back in yesterday. So number one is I have to restock my freezer and prep for fall, winter, and early spring and getting things in my freezer. Number two, I was blessed by someone with a very generous gift card for Stop&Shop. You know who you are. Thank you so much. So I went and I bought essentials with it. Got my little list here, and I spent $107.24 on essentials, and 100 of that was blessed to me by a viewer. So thank you ever so much. And I made sure I just bought legitimate essentials with that, and then I needed a few things. We're going and getting together for my daughter-in-law and my husband's birthday today. Both have passed, but we haven't been able to connect. So I'm doing a charcuterie board. So I got a few things for that, a few little extras that I saw on sale or just looked kind of yummy. So the additional monies were separate, came out of my food budget. But this, what a blessing. I can't thank you enough. I will never, ever forget your generosity. And food is perishable, so we have to eat it. It's not like it's a knick-knack that I can always look at and remember, but I'm saving my receipt, putting this in my journal. I have a gratitude journal of things that God has blessed me with to remind me that he's taking care of me, and this is going in it with your story and a note about your email. And just thank you from the bottom of my heart, my husband and my son's heart and stomach, because the stomach has a lot to do with it. So thank you so much. So what did I get? Let me just do a quick rundown. Essentials, I got white bread. I've been buying this. I'll tell you, it's a little bit more money, but let me say this. It's thin bread. My husband and I are in our 60s, and we just don't like heavy bread anymore. You know, your palate changes, your body changes, and we find that we use this up. It's a small loaf. We use it up, we eat it up, versus at the end of the week or 2 weeks and stuff goes moldy or it's dried out, and then we end up throwing it out. I don't do that with this bread. So that's number one. They had this on sale, $5.99. That was, and this is, how many? 16 ounces. That's a really good deal. So I picked that up. I have some, but we do spaghetti or pasta once or twice a week, so we go through that. I picked up mushrooms. Okay, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be doing a video on this. I made cream of mushroom soup, and I froze it. And I'm going to be making, if you saw in the beginning of the video, I showed you some chicken that's pre-cooked that were in the bags. Nobody's eating them. And I'm like, I don't wanna throw them out. What do I do with them? Aha, make cream of chicken soup. So I'm gonna grind that down to a pulp, the chicken, make cream of chicken, but I've made cream of mushroom. I made 8 containers of it in my freezer. My husband ate 4 within 2 days. He said it was the best soup he's ever had. So I made beef stroganoff the other day. I'm married 38 years. I've made beef stroganoff for 38 years. Let me tell you, it knocked it out of the ballpark with this particular cream of mushroom soup and sour cream and a little Worcestershire sauce and the meat. It was unbelievably, my son came out and said to me, Mom, this is the best food I ever ate. Is there more in the pot? I mean, Gavin has autism, so chicken nuggets are a delicacy. To have this and him rave about it, homemade, gotta show you on the video. My favorite fall, a little bit of turnip. I like to do mashed turnip. We always had this at Thanksgiving growing up, but I like to mix the turnip with the potatoes and make mashed turnip. and potatoes. You put this in the microwave for a little bit. It helps take the wax off the wax turnip. Love this stuff. That's an essential. We picked up eggs. This was 2.5 dozen, and it was, how much was this? $7.19. So I liked this particular one. Picked up 2 packages of the egg noodles. I will be doing another beef stroganoff, and need the egg noodles for that. I picked up some tenderloins. We're going to be doing that with egg noodles. I picked up some chicken thighs, you can see here. I'm going back to what I used to do when I first got married and years ago, and use that seal-a-meal. That's what they used to call it, whatever it is now, and it just shrinks it so it freezes better. I'm tired of freezer burn, and this way also I can pre-package it per meal for our family and also save some room in the freezer. I have 2 of these Jones sausage. These are my favorite. You do have to cook them, but they're just delicious. So I got 2 of those, and then my husband, when I'm at work, because I really don't want him cooking, I got the brown and serve. He can quickly put these in the microwave and be done with that. If you don't know, my husband has epilepsy, so we try and limit his need to be able to use a stove or an oven when I'm working. We needed butter. That's an essential. I picked up several of these canned biscuits. They're 89 cents each. They are buttermilk biscuits. They're in a tin. They're not from scratch. They're not homemade. But let me tell you, they are a lifesaver with a lot of the meals that I do, or a chicken pot pie. So I like having those. I picked up a bag of fresh vegetable medley, carrots, broccoli, and cauliflower. So I picked that up for this week. Got 2 bags of frozen broccoli. Picked up a London broil, and this was $18 and change, and I got it for $7 and change on sale. So that's one of the essentials. Picked up a roast pork tenderloin. It was $7.42, so that was a good deal. Picked myself up some cucumbers. I like having these instead of always having salad. And Gavin requested celery and carrot sticks, so I got that pre-done because I'm just not having the time or the ability to prep all that right now. And then this was, how much was this? This was $9.99. I have celery, carrots, broccoli, and cauliflower. And I initially picked that up and then saw this, but I thought, you know what? This is great because I can use the celery and carrots from here for making soup or chicken pot pie or anything else this week. And the broccoli and the cauliflower I can roast up. So I picked that up. Then the non-essentials, or the extras that was above the gift certificate, I picked these up for my husband. They're potato, egg, sausage burritos for breakfast. Quick and easy. I picked up 2 of the sticky rice. I love this. This for me is a treat and just an easy meal. So I thought this, another quick, sometimes I need a quick and easy dinner. This is sesame chicken. I can do that with the broccoli and the cauliflower and roast that on the side with the sticky rice. Gavin requested potato rolls. Here's a real treat for me. I picked up a tuna salad, and it has tomato and it has lettuce and it's on multi-grain bread. It was $4.99. I have a huge conference this weekend where I work, and I'm one of the speakers there, and it'll be a non-stop weekend for me. So I thought, you know what? 2 lunches, and then I don't have to think. I don't have to anything for $4.99. I was very pleased with that. Gavin wanted a couple of ramen, so I got those. Charcuterie, I got these little tiny sausages, salamis, and these are $1.49. You get quite a few in here. I like these as a snack cup. I leave one in my little refrigerator at work. These are good for Graham if he needs a quick pick-me-up. But one's for a little snack in the house. One's going to go on the charcuterie board. And picked up some fancy olives for the charcuterie. These are, again, extra because it's a birthday celebration. Wanted to have that. Picked up hummus because I was in the mood for it. And it would go great with these vegetables, and I'll do this on the charcuterie. It has 4 cups in it. So I did get it. It was $3.99. It's about really $1 a little cup. But if I buy the big hummus, it dries out, we throw it out. This is a much better bargain for us. My husband likes the soft butter. It is expensive, or can be expensive, but he likes it, so that goes on the extra pile. And then 2 cheeses. I got a nice provolone, and I got Stop and Shop's the sliced cheese, already pre-sliced, to go on the charcuterie. That's it. That's what I got. So fill in the freezer with these meats. I'm going to cut them down into portions that I can use for a meal, and I'm going to put them in that shrink. I don't know, what do you call those machines? They shrink them up, you know what I mean? And then you can freeze them. I'm going to start doing that more and more because I want to stockpile some pasta, some cold cereals, and a few other things that I've been able to see on some good prices. And I'm just not wanting to have things go to waste. I picked up some flour on sale. I've put them in the freezer for a little bit, but I want to be able to shrink wrap those so that if I don't use them for a while, it's okay. They're well protected and nothing's going to happen. So that's it. I got to put all this away. I got to start stockpiling my freezer. As you can see, it's quite empty. It only has homemade soup and broth and my cream of mushroom soup in there. I can highly recommend homemade. I actually have 4 cans of cream of mushroom and 4 cans of cream of chicken in my stockpile behind me. I'm passing those on. After doing homemade, I could not go back to canned cream of mushroom soup, and I'm sure the cream of chicken is going to be the same. This recipe is super simple, but way delicious. I am not a mushroom person, so I ground them down to almost mush, but the flavor, I can't even begin to tell you. So stock in the freezer, sharing my day off with you. Went to Dollar Tree, picked up a few essentials there, and I'll share that with you on another video. All right, guys, have a great day. Hope you are enjoying yourself. Happy fall, and just a big hello from all the Wilsons here in New Jersey. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.